Hello and welcome back to Facebook Live Thursday at Swift Automotive. I'm Corey Swift, the owner, and we welcome you all back. We want to talk about the month of March. This is the third week of March already, which reminds me, by the way, there's only 25 days left till tax day. I didn't want to depress everyone, but hey, just so you don't forget about it. But the other thing we don't want you to forget about is Denver A-List, and this is the very last week for that. So if you're out voting and you want to vote for Swift Automotive, we'd love it. Is your top repair facility, and that is ending this week. I think it is the 25th. So remember to go on I think we have a link that'll take you there. So please follow that and vote for Swift Automotive. This is also alignment month. We've been talking about alignments all month, and we're running a special. So you have about another week, this week left of this week and next week to get in and get an alignment for $69. And not only do we just do basic car, we also work on hot rods and toys and things like that. Roger's really good with the alignments. We're going to show you what we got going on out here. Come on out and let's take a peek. So if you're one of those guys that have a toy or a hot rod, doesn't mean you don't need alignment. It still needs to be aligned. Make sure it's driving straight and you don't wear out tires. We've talked about tire wear before. As you can see, we've got a really nice Nova up on the rack we're just about to do an alignment on. So don't be afraid to get those cars out of the storage. Spring's right around the corner, so let's get them out and get some alignments done. Also, we want to talk about using the right shop, the right people you can trust, contractors. Unfortunately, I have a sad story. My daughter and her husband, my son-in-law, and the two grandbabies are now displaced out of their home because of bad workmanship from a contractor. Basically, short end of the stick, they hired them to come in and do some remediation on some asbestos. He did it wrong and contaminated the entire house, and they're losing everything inside the house. So the bottom line is, whatever you do, automotive repair, home repairs, anything, make sure you are finding out the correct people you can trust, licensed, insured, all that kind of stuff. Perfect example right here. This is a Subaru engine, and this engine is notorious for having head gaskets leak. It's a common Subaru problem. Anybody, excuse me, that you talk about that have owned Subarus, I'm sure they've probably had their head gaskets resealed. The problem is the shop before us that worked on this, right here are head bolts that hold the head onto the engine. They over-torqued these until they pulled the threads out of the block. This block is no longer any good. It's basically a big paperweight. So now we have to replace the block or try to get these repaired, and that is not an easy task, and it's very expensive. So bottom line, be sure and find people you trust, that you know are going to do the job right, and not guess, or obviously like my daughter, make shortcuts and create bigger problems. So I want to thank you for joining us again on Facebook Live Thursday. Again, remember, Denver A-List, go on the link, vote for us, and also get in for an alignment, or get that toy out of the garage that's ready, and get that $69 alignment before the end of the month. Talk to you soon.